Anyway, what's your topic?
Arm wrestling.
Let's get this over with.
Planning is everything.
Okay?
And so I want to talk about how you should plan out your deck.
Sure.
All right. I love making lists. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Do you have a title for this podcast?
Planning is everything.
Oh, that's the title.
That's the title.
Oh, okay, I can work with that.
I wrote it in, I said it in bold.
Yeah,
so
I know
you
how
can
to
tell.
Yep. I know how to type all those words, so I'll have no problem posting that.
And then, because I like lists, I think it's really good. It helps Bryce edit properly. He's able to chop it up easily. It helps with the flow of content and communication.
People love lists.
People love lists, right? Yeah. I've known this my whole life, so this is why I wrote the list.
Right. Yeah.
The irony behind this is I actually hate lists, and Shane was like, you have to put it in a list. And I was like, this is such crap. Why can't we just talk about the good things that you plan?
We can't show up with a topic in the big. We're just going to generally
I'm going to ramble on for 45 minutes. That's what we do.
True.
Fine. Alrighty. So, planning. So I believe this is basically for homeowners. This is not for contractors. This is the stuff that the contractors can use to tell the people they're building for, or this is just for DIY people.
Yeah.
Have a clue what your budget is. Have an idea. Number one, you have to have a budget.
Yeah, it's not that important.
Exactly. For you.
Just tell them how much the deck is.
Yeah.
I should do what Wade does to me on this.
Have to
be devil's advocate and everything. Nah.
I have to.
Budget doesn't matter.
Control my spending, and so therefore I have to have a budget. I know that you have limitless money.
Yeah.
Not everybody is as wealthy as you.
Yeah, that's not what zeros mean. Zero's not infinity, unlimited.
So everybody's got a budget. I think that when you get that budget, people lie to you. That's what I think. I think it's usually a little bit more because they're nervous about that. They're scared to tell you.
It's hard to get out of them in the first place. That's the problem.
That's how I open.
Nobody wants to tell you their budget because they think you're after it.
I am.
It's like, we must look like desperate men. And we do. We don't shave.
I shave today, right?
Wearing the same shirts every day. It's like they show up and are like, this guy needs to eat. Like he looks hungry. But yeah, people obviously, and this is more for contractors. I think as a retail store, people are a little bit more at ease because it's like you're not just driving a truck around. There's like a place. They feel a little bit more comfortable trusting a place that has a location and there's products and they can see what's going on. There's more than one person that works there and there's other customers there. And there's like a lot of things to put them at ease. But for contractors, both of us having that in our past, we both know that walking in, asking somebody for a budget right away doesn't get answered cleanly very often.
Yeah, it's like, hi, my name's Wade. I'm here to get all of your money. How much of it am I going to get?
Yeah. And you got to, before you ask, you got to look around, look inside of things, like look in their bread box, be like, what do you got in there? Like check their silverware drawer and be like, so how much are you looking to spend?
I pulled up. You got a pretty nice looking car there. So I already know you're going to lie to me.
You walk in, you're like, tradesies for the Porsche on this or what? But getting that out of them is like, it's so important. And it's one of the hardest things to get out of them until you've built some rapport. But they need to understand, too, the importance of giving you a budget, because you just talked about this today. You said there's a guy on Facebook that was like, how much is a deck? And this is like, as silly as that sounds, that's a word I'll use instead. As silly as that sounds, people ask that kind of question all the time. How much for a deck?
I typed a swear word.
How much for a car?
I deleted it.
Like, it's the same question. How much for a car? It could be 500 or 500,000 with a generic question like that.
Mm-hmm.
Average? 35,000. Like,
yep.
You can't answer the question without having some details around the project, and getting too far down the path of trying to give somebody a budget or like a quote without knowing what they're wanting to spend is a complete waste of everybody's time.
Yep. My time's valuable.
Get it out of them. You need to give the budget.
That's what I said. All right. Kevin from NFDI thinks it's just as much as they can borrow. I think that's probably fair.
All of it and whatever you can borrow. He's like, that's straight Slayer right there. That's like, what are you looking to spend? What's your credit limit? What's your credit score? This house remortgaged?
I get you set up on financing. Let's remortgage this baby.
Yep.
Let's get you something.
Own any other properties?
Have you had a spinning dining room table? No. Well, you could. Let's go.